Used to. Yeah. Hi, everybody. This is Judy Tuttle from Tuttle Up Stamping. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Lincoln, Nebraska. And I'm here with my friend in downline,
Jenni Tremblay.
Yes, she lives in Lincoln, Nebraska as well. And she's going to show us some cool notebooks that she made for our recent craft fair, and they were very popular. So I asked her if she would come with me tonight and get on my Facebook Live and show us how she made them. I have a few things I need to talk about real quick, and then we will get started with Jenni showing us her wonderful stamping here. Okay. Here we go. So when you get on, let us know you're here so that we can say hi to you. We always love to do that. The first thing I want to talk to you about is this awesome joining special they're having right now this month, for the month of May only, to join my team for Stampin' Up. Only my team gets, no, that's not true. Anybody who joins Stampin' Up during May gets this special, and it's called the In Color Starter Kit Special. So here's how it works. Normally, you spend $99 and get $125 worth of product. But in the month of May, they are throwing in a whole bundle of In Color stuff. So Jenni's going to hold it up. You'll get a whole package of the In Color 6x6 Designer Series paper. You will get an assortment of the In Color cardstock, the one that comes with 3 or 4 or 5.
4 of each color.
4 of each color, okay. And you will get the entire In Color color assortment, okay. They're throwing all of that in for free. So for $99, you can get $125 worth of anything you want, and this whole In Color package. There's also a package of grid paper that's in the In Colors, kind of ombre, it's kind of pretty, that they are also throwing in. So for $99, you get $125 of anything you want. You get all the In Color new ink pads, paper, Designer Series paper, grid paper, for free. So you're getting free shipping. They always throw in a paper pumpkin kit, right? You get some catalogs, order forms, blah, blah, blah. But here's the deal. You don't ever have to do this as a business like I do. Jenni is mostly a hobby stamper, right? Mm-hmm. She does it for her friends. She has a few friends that buy from her, but pretty much doesn't do Facebook Lives every week and doesn't host a bunch of classes, right? So you can do this however you want. There are a lot of people on my team that just enjoy getting the
discount.
How much of a discount?
20%
discount is where you start. And then as you're with us for longer and longer, they start building up that discount a little bit, okay? So something to think about if you love Stampin' Up. If you're already spending that much money, if your wish list in the new catalog is long, you know, you can join, get the discount for it's usually six months, mm-hmm. right? And if you don't meet that first little quota, then you just drop and become, but for 6 months, you get 20% off of anything you want, okay? So not a bad deal. We have an awesome team. If you would like to join us, what do you like most about our team?
Just the camaraderie that we have. We get together once a month for our team meetings, which is always fun to catch up with everybody.
We have team meetings once a week. We catch up. We have a lot of fun. Once a month.
Yes.
Right. Once a month. And not once a week. That would be a little too much, I think. So anyway, I would love for you to join us. And if you want any more information about that, go up to the PM button up there, and I'll reach out to you, okay? The other thing that's coming up, my In Color card class, which is going to be awesome, is this Saturday, but it has closed, so nobody else can register for that. My next class is on May the 28th. It's the Saturday before Memorial Day, and I know it's a busy weekend, but you can also get this kit to go, which is fun. We're using this bundle, and you'll make 4 cards. The cost of the class is $25 or free with a $30 purchase. The Sun Prince bundle is on page 90 of the new catalog, and it is that beautiful, beautiful bundle of blues and grays, and what would you say, like floral?
Yeah.
Not really florals, like
Leafy.
ferns and leafy things, right? Okay, so if you're interested in coming to this class, either in person or to go, I have an event set up in my events page, and you can register there, okay? If you're in my email list, you will also get all the information about that class, okay? And then, little sneak peek, end of June, I'm having a creative carnival. It's an all-day retreat here in Lincoln, Nebraska, but you can also get a box to go. If you come in person, it's from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. We have food. We have 2 stamp sets that we're going to be using. We have lots of games because it's a carnival, so we got to have lots of games, right? But what are we not going to have there, Jenny?
Clowns.
No clowns. Who
Thank
wants clowns?
goodness.
Clowns are creepy, weird. We won't have clowns. But we're going to have games. We're going to have stamping. We're going to stamp 2 classes. It's going to be time for you to just relax and do whatever you want with your other time that you have. It's going to be super fun. So more to come. This is coming up. So if you want to get in on the early bird special to sign up for my all-day creative carnival, you need to be on my email page. That's where they're going to get that early bird link is on my email page. Okay. So, all right. Thanks for joining us. I am going to move our camera down here, and we're going to let Jenny show us some of, okay. Jenny, why? We just talked about this, right? Okay, there we go. We're going to be upside down for half a second. And there we go. Looks pretty good. All right. So Jenny made a bunch of these. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, this is kind of where it all started. Judy had sent me a picture of this that she had received that's a notebook cover. So there's just a notebook in here that's encased in the paper. And so I took it and made a few other ones. These are some samples that I have. I sold some and gave some away. So this one is, would be good for a woman in your life. Mm-hmm. That says you're like a diamond. So there's that one.
Resilient, strong, and beautiful.
Yep. And then I've got this one that I thought was manly. That says straight up, you're the best. With, I think this is a whiskey bottle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whiskey.
You know.
whiskey business. So this would be great for a man too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like men like to have, my husband loves to have notebooks like handy,
Yeah.
right? Yep.
Yeah. So there's that. Do we show them the one we're making?
Yeah, you can show 'em. So tonight she has designed this beautiful notebook.
And this one is with the Hues of Happiness bundle. It's got a bundle. This is the stamp set that it comes with. And then there's the dies that I keep right inside of my stamp sets so that I have it all there. So yeah, so I have brought enough stuff so Judy can make one too.
Yay!
So do you want me to put, these are kind of my instructions.
Okay.
So this one, you can have this one.
Oh,
it just needs to be scored.
Okay.
I mean,
This
not
looks
scored. It just needs to be folded. Just kidding.
Okay.
So the nice thing about this, when I cut the 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, is you just have to cut off 1/2 inch on each side, which makes it easy. And Judy says I do my paper cutter backwards, so you will notice that mine's backwards compared to hers.
To each their own. To each their own.
So cut 1/2 inch off of each side, and then you'll score it at 5 1/8. And then 5 3/8. And this just gives it so that there is a little bit of extra room on the edge, so that the whole notebook is covered.
Okay. I should have a bone folder. I see.
I know,
one.
I have
it right up there.
I brought one too. I don't know where it's at.
Bone folders just really help to give you a good crease, right? Which kind of want to have here. So this little space here, right, is where the notebook is going.
Yeah, that's where the notebook will go, which we can do. So here's the notebook. I just put some double-sided tape, the tear and tape on the back.
Yep. Okay. She bought tear and tape that's a little bit wider.
Yeah.
I think you could do this with our tear and tape too. You would just need to put a whole bunch,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right. But you definitely want something strong on the back of the notebook because it's got some weight to it, right? So show us what you just did.
So usually I line it up with kind of being centered with the front covers.
I think you need to flip it over.
Why?
I think it's kind of
Oh, it's going to be upside down.
There you go.
So I line it up with the top and bottom and put it all the way down and then just fold it over.
That's smart.
Because in this way, the whole notebook is covered up when you have that on.
Awesome.
So then,
What color is this? Fresh freesia?
Freesia.
Fresh
yes.
freesia?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, see, there's our notebook. Okay. Now you could do this for any paper, right?
Yeah.
And then what it looks like is just depends on how you decorate it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So then the Daffodil Delight, this is one that's done. And I've got one.
How
in
pretty
too.
is that? I love that die.
I just use this die that comes with the Blooming Happiness dies. And we're using the new magnetic plate.
Yeah, let's show them that. We got some, Stampin' Up! Came out with a new magnetic plate. You know, the old one had some issues. But you guys, the
heavy.
weight of this is super heavy. And it's because the entire back surface is magnetic. So you're not going to have the problem with things sliding around like we did on the old. And the sandwich you're going to use, we just tried it. The actual directions in the package didn't work for us. So what worked for us was using the one plate, then the magnetic plate on top of that. It said to use the 2 plate, but when we tried that, it made it too thick. The 1 plate, then we're going to set our paper and die on that. Just set it on real quick. And then we would just sandwich it like that with the clear plate on top. Okay, so Jenny's going to run that through. Yep. Do it sideways like this is what I've learned. Okay.
So I actually lined it up, I don't know, so that
Let's move a little bit like that. There we go.
so that the edge hangs off a little bit so that it's not completely, but then I tried to get these 2 sides so they were pretty even. So.
Hi, Roz. It was as hot as Florida here today in Nebraska, believe it or not. I think we hit 95 degrees today. Well, there you go. See, Roz, we had to figure that out all by ourselves.
So then I just took this off.
She said, are you supposed to actually cut on the magnetic plate?
That's what I was
think so.
wondering.
It's self-healing. I think so. Yeah, it's one of those self-healing mats, right? Am I wrong?
I don't know. Do we need the instructions before we do
Okay.
another one?
Do another one. It's okay.
Okay.
And then,
So I don't know. I eyeball it. I eyeball lots of things, so. I feel like if you put another...
yes, it does say to cut right on the magnetic plate.
And then just one more time at the very top to get it.
It's one of those self-healing mats, right? So it says 1, 2, 5, 3, but we felt like the 2 made it too thick. So we did 1, 5, 3, and it's perfect. Okay. There you go. How pretty is that, you guys? You just kind of pop all those pieces out, right?
Yep.
I use my fingernail a lot to do this. Do you?
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. Just over my trash can.
Oh, I'm not doing it over the trash can. I'm just doing it over the paper. Here, I'll let you finish that. Do we need our little brush, maybe? I don't know. Okay.
There's most of them out. So.
Oh, good. Good, Hannah. I'm glad we could help you figure it out before you get yours, because it didn't take long. I mean, if you used the two, we couldn't get it to roll through. So we're like, obviously this is too fat. So we took the two out and it worked just fine. So, okay.
Okay. So then I have the DSP, which those are the sizes of the DSP. So the biggest one is 4 7/8 by 7 3/4. And then I have one that is 4 7/8 by 2 that I just put right here.
Okay. And you're just adhering that onto.
Yes.
And these are both from that Hues of
Yes,
Happiness.
these are both
so
from
this
the
is
Hues
a
of
really
Happiness.
pretty kind of rainbow crosshatch design. Oh, it's kind of sad to cover that up, isn't it?
I know.
It probably might be too busy though, right?
Don't look at the back. So Judy and I also do this differently, where I like to build my projects and then put it on my base, where she likes to put it on her base and then
build it. Yes.
So I need to borrow this.
So tomato, right?
It all ends up with the same result.
Yes. Okay. And then you put this across here?
Yeah.
Kind of in the middle?
Yeah, ish.
Okay.
I just kind of eyeballed it. Then I've got a piece of vellum that I use the largest stitched rectangle die, just to give it a little bit more texture.
How wide is this? 4 7/8 by 2.
Yeah.
And do you just put the glue in the center?
Yeah, I just put the glue in the center because it'll mainly be covered up.
Okay.
Then I tried to make sure that I had pretty much the same number of lines, X's on this side as I did on this side, but I'm not going to count like I did earlier. Then that goes
I
down.
probably would always just eyeball it. Unless it needed to be precise, because it's a 3D kind of project.
So then I put the, I just put little dots of glue on the Daffodil Delight piece, and then put that on top of the vellum, and just eyeballed it so it's center.
So if you're looking for teacher gifts, I know Teacher Appreciation Week was last week. These would make great, and you know what? Let me tell you, teachers get tired of getting Starbucks gift cards for all their teacher gifts. I mean, there's only so much coffee you can drink, right?
Yeah.
And I'm a former teacher, and I would have been happy to get anything. When you're a high school teacher, you don't get teacher gifts. Did you know that?
I did not.
There's elementary teachers take it
They
to
take
the
all
bank.
the they take all the fun.
Yep. But my daughter, who was an elementary teacher, said that one year at the end of the school year, she got 10 Starbucks gift cards. So this would be something fun that they could have on their desk for a long time, right?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
different. Okay.
Yeah.
So then.
Or a coworker for their
Yes.
birthday, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So then I've already stamped and colored these because I was not thinking about stamping on Facebook. So these are
Did
all.
you color it with the blends?
Yeah, I colored it with the blends. These are all the Happiness Abound. I stamped in Memento Black, and then I've got Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody. The leaves are with Granny Apple Green, Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo, Fresh Freesia. So there's options, and then I thought we could put some Winkastella on the center, and then I just thought I would do it a little bit on the darker pieces as well.
Can't go wrong with Winkastella.
No.
Wink Stella looks great on everything, doesn't
Everything
it?
needs a Wink Stella.
Everything needs a little Wink Stella. Okay.
So the one thing you'll notice on these flowers is that, I don't know if this helps, but they have a little bit of crunch to them. So I just crunched them up in my hand to give them so that they stood up just a little bit more than laying flat.
Okay.
So
just grab and go and crunch.
I just crunched it.
Ah, this feels weird to crunch these flowers. Okay. Right.
And I just thought it gave it a little bit of more texture, texture than just laying flat.
So we can just grab any colors we want,
Yep.
huh? So where did you get the colors? How did you know what colors to use?
It was on the back of the designer
Isn't
series
that the
paper.
best?
Yes.
Stampin' Up! Puts all the coordinating colors on the back of every package of designer series paper.
is
So
so
you
nice.
you know exactly. So when I do my paper shares, when I package them up in the little 6x6 bags, I always put a label on the back
Which is so nice to have.
that has all the coordinating colors. Okay, I feel like these two are kind of the same flower.
Yeah, there's 3 different types of flowers that I have. So I did, like, these 2 are the same, and then that one's different, and then that's the bigger one.
So how did you put these on?
I used dimensionals.
Okay. And then did you put the flowers on first and then stick the leaves in?
Yeah, I just did 1 dimensional on the back of each one.
Okay.
And I just, eyeballed it to perfection.
Oh. Okay. It helps to take the little wax paper off there. Okay. Kind of looking at how you put yours on.
And I know that they say that you're supposed to do like odd numbers of items, but I decided that 5 flowers would be too much. So if you wanted to put 5 flowers on, you could. I did 4.
I'll decide. I'll decide for myself on that one here. Okay. And then this is a freesia one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I've got the words to say you're wonderful in every way. And this is on our new stylish shaped dies
I love these.
that have the circles, the squares, and then these tag pennant things that have the stitch labels all the way around.
So, we're sad to lose our Stitch So Sweetly dies.
Right, but these are very cool.
Okay, right? Okay, so she already stamped it with the sentiment, you're wonderful in every way. Who wouldn't want to have that sitting on their desk?
Right.
Yep. Reminder of that you're loved.
So, just put that there.
And did you tuck it under the flower?
Yeah, I did a little bit. And then I did do just some smaller, I think I did 1 or 2 of each of the leaves.
With the minis?
Yes. Which I brought some, I don't know what happened.
It's all right. You can use mine. I don't mind. So Jenny and Jenny was my very first person on my team.
Mm-hmm.
We decided, 10 years ago?
Yeah, 10 years
10
ago.
years ago this year. And she actually had been a demonstrator before me, but she had no team and no upline.
Mm-hmm.
So she called Stampin' Up, and they allowed her to...
I dropped and
She dropped and then
re-signed up under you like the next
re-signed
day.
up under me the next day. And I tell you what, guys, the best part of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator is all the beautiful people you meet along the way, right?
Yes.
And Jenny and I have been on at least 4 trips. I was trying to think today how many trips we'd taken together for on-stage events and conferences, right?
Yeah. We drove to Utah one time.
We drove in a van to Utah with 3 or 4 other ladies,
Yeah.
right? We decided we'll never do that again. But it was an adventure for sure. And we have just forged an amazing friendship, which is just the best part. And we have met people, other Stampin' Up! Fabulous women who live all over the United States, right? And to me, you know, being part of a team and getting a discount is pretty awesome. I mean, it's the reason I started. It's the reason you started. Yeah. It's the reason we all start. It's because we want that 20% discount. But once you're in it and you're just part of a community of these amazing stampers, mostly women, but there are some men, and it's life-changing. Like, would you agree?
Oh, yeah,
like,
definitely.
It's just life-changing.
There's people that we've met that we would have never met.
Yes.
Like, I would have never met you except for through stamping.
Yes, right.
So.
And we have friends in Texas, Iowa, Ohio.
Pennsylvania.
Hannah lives in Wyoming. Roz lives in Florida, right? I have my friend Sue that lives in Ohio. My friend Jenni lives in Boston. My friend Michelle lives in Tennessee. These are people that are part of our community. Thank you, Roz. Roz agrees. The best part is all the friendships you forge along the way, for sure. So if you're looking for a community of people who are kind of crazy about stamping like you are, like Jenni and I often tease each other, like, nobody's crazier than we are about this, right? But it's more than that. It's just so much fun and all the support that you get along the way. So, all right, go ahead. Sorry.
No,
blah, blah, blah.
Okay. So then I use the glossy dots that come in the Hues of Happiness bundle, which if you want to find this in the catalog, it's on 108. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget.
So smart.
But the bundle is $49.50, and you get the stamp set, these glossy dies, the dice, or the glossy dots, the die set, and then also the DSP.
Yes.
So I just put these around. Maybe.
I'm going to use my take your pick tool here if I can grab it.
I just used the 3 colors. I didn't use any of the blue ones.
Did you use different sizes?
Yes, I used different sizes, and I put them just kind of all
Did
over.
you not use the blue ones because it's not in the flowers?
Yeah, but I'm sure it would work, you know. I felt like doing four flowers was enough, going outside of my comfort zone. So we got all the colors together.
So Jenni joined my team 10 years ago, and we've been through a lot together, highs and lows, life together, right? And okay, now I don't know where to put this.
I don't like this.
I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna have to put one more somewhere.
I don't like that one there.
A 5th one here.
Oh.
We have another conference. We're going to go to Fort Worth in November. There actually is a conference in Arlington.
Yes.
And my brother lives in Fort Worth, so we're going to go stay with him and go to that conference with some of our team. So we're excited about that. So anyway, oh, and Ross said this whole Hues of Happiness collection is on low inventory.
So
if you're loving this paper as much as me and Jenni, you probably should order it soon. I knew it would be, right? Like, we know that it's beautiful, and we knew it would be very popular and a lot of people want it. So, who would you give this to? I think I'm going to give this to one of my coworkers tomorrow.
There you go.
And just let her know how wonderful she is. And we've been through a rough year at school, and she will love having this little notebook on her desk. I'm sure of it. So I'm going to go ahead. What were you going to say?
Nothing.
Oh,
I haven't put mine back together yet.
Oh,
but okay. See, I need glue for it, you know, because I can't use that because I might smash it.
It's okay. Smash it.
Yeah, this doesn't have glue. I can do it later.
Okay. She hasn't glued hers down because she's picky about the glue she's going to use. Okay, so I'm gonna flip the camera back up and around here. There we go. So you can see our faces and we can say our goodbyes. And thank you everybody for joining us tonight. And thank you, Jenny.
Yeah, it was fun.
Jenny was very brave of her to join me tonight. And she does a great job, doesn't she?
Thank you.
Yep.
I like
Yep.
lots of layers.
Yes. So anyway, we want you to know you're wonderful in every way. And join me back here next Monday night at 7 o'clock for another beautiful project from our new catalog. So bye-bye,
Bye.
everybody. See you soon.